What is the best case of just because it's popular it doesn't mean that it's good? The whole uprise of pranks. I love a good harmless prank that's fun for everyone involved, but a majority of what you see trending is just harassment. Steve-O was asked about online prank culture on his episode of Hot Ones and he despises it. He said while they did some dangerous shit on Jackass, everyone was a willing participant and they did everything they could to make it as safe as possible, but the stuff online is just irresponsible and has the potential to seriously injure people who never consented to being involved. Knoxville said the same thing. When he did pranks he was the butt of the joke, he was walking around with his pants falling down, he almost ate dog poop, he was the one with the erection in public. They didn't humiliate random passers-by. He doesn't like how kids will embarrass someone else for their own gratification. Same thing with the show Impractical Jokers, come to think of it. Just remembered, Bam was the exception, his pranks were always at the expense of everyone else. Hell, at one point he was just running around peeing on people. One of the reason I never cared for his stuff. Oh man, I forgot about the Johnny Boner bit. Him going around all day with an erection and the only dude to say something was the Taylor LMAO. Another group that does it well is Impractical Jokers. They mess with each other so much, but make it a point to be the target of every prank. At worst, they look weird in front of others but don't bother anyone. Bam was always a prick, shame he never got a fucking pasting at least once. I'm glad the Carbonaro effect got canned. The people fooled by the magic were the butt of the jokes and often made to look like idiots. What? No, they didn't. It's your standard G-rated hidden camera prank show. If you are this upset by the Carbonaro effect, wait till you see Eric Andre. I love Impractical Jokers. I really hate pranks, but with that show the pranks are either always at the expense of the jokers themselves or relatively harmless for the people involved. I haven't watched it in a while though. Prime hydration drinks. It's crazy expensive, yet it's one of the worst electrolyte beverages around because it's low in sodium and high in potassium. It's also very low in sugar, which is not what you want when you're trying to rehydrate quickly. Yup. It's not like someone already won the Nobel Prize by figuring out the correct ratio of sodium-potassium and the mechanism of how it gets into the cells, knowledge that subsequently would be used to save millions of lives every year from cholera as part of the grand sodium glucose transport proteins and the understanding of the physiology of cellular water intake. Okay, but what drink do they make? Non-sarcastically, I really would like to know if someone makes a drink using this model as their beginning point because I would 100% purchase it. Pedialyte powder is about as good as it gets, it's saved me from taking several unpaid sick days in the past. Just don't get the unflavored like my husband got me when I was sick. Tastes like the sweat you might accidentally lick from your lip on a hot day. Which is expected, but not nice when you are already incredibly nauseous and been throwing up for days. The vet told us unflavored Pedialyte is the best for dehydrated dogs because it tastes like sweat, which dogs love to lick. Ever since then I can't taste Gatorade or any other electrolyte drink without tasting sweat first. Explains why Pocari Sweat is named that, I suppose. It's an acquired taste, but if you play sports that shit starts to taste like heaven when you are dehydrated. SMEG. It's a kitchen appliance brand known for their cute mid-century aesthetic that's super overpriced for their functionality and quality. I silently cringe to myself when people bring them up or I see them in the wild. Even the brand name sounds gross. Did nobody ever make the connection to smegma before they decided on a name? I wish quality brands would pick up on the popularity and make appliances that look good and work well. I'll pay extra for a toaster or coffee maker that comes in a nice color and isn't a giant hulking piece of steel or whatever, but the choice is always cute but poor quality or ugly but great and lasts forever. I have the same complaint about shoes. Why do high-quality shoes that actually support your feet in the right places have to be so hideously ugly? Because the poor quality, good design brands spend their money on, well, designers and marketing experts who know what people want their shoes to look like. Meanwhile, most real quality brands spend their money on making the shoes better, but then they end up sorely lacking, pun intended, in the aesthetics department. Cable TV. They should be paying us to watch commercials, not us pay them. Now we're paying to see ads while we stream Netflix, Amazon Prime, Paramount, Disney Plus, etc. unless you pay for premium packages. They were able to degrade it back into television and gut the advantage of streaming online. We've gone full circle, just fragmented. And now we're starting to see companies offer bundle deals with Netflix, Hulu, etc. for a discounted price, all rolled into one. So we really have come full circle. We're back to cable, which was exactly what streaming services were competing against. People don't realize that, prior to the era of Bill Gates, several of the richest people in America derived their money from cable TV. Before TV substitutes, the average American spent 4+ hours of the day watching TV. That's at least half of your free, non-working, non-sleeping time each day. The amount of money you can extract by owning that is insane. Yeah, and it's bullshit that streaming services are progressively getting more and more similar to cable. 1. It's not as cheap anymore. I used to pay $12 a month for Netflix, but that's not the case anymore. It's more expensive, even accounting for inflation. It's on 20-something for the premium plan, but you're not allowed to share accounts anymore. Some people are spending more on streaming services than cable. 2. You need more services to watch what you want. This ties to the first point, but we are losing control of what we watch. There are so many streaming services nowadays that if there's certain shows that you like to rewatch, or if you want to keep up with big new releases, you need more streaming services than ever. Netflix originals, HBO's big hitters, the occasional Disney movie. It doesn't stop. We have less and less choice unless we spend a lot of money. 3. Ads are back. Netflix, Disney Plus, and Hulu all have a new cheaper plan with ads. You're paying to see ads. I find that ridiculous, and what's to stop them from extending ads to other plans? It's no surprise that piracy is making a comeback. What used to be a good deal to not have to go through the hoops of piracy now became such a bad product that people are going back to pirating their movies and shows. Those damn Stanley Cups. I got my wife one when they first became popular, and our generic ones keep ice far longer. ETA, wow, glad we can all bond over this lol. I had never heard of these before, and my wife was laughing at my out of touch with the zeitgeistness. Then that night we were at an event and I saw a girl maybe 14 carrying hers around, and I casually mentioned to her that I'd never heard of these before, and a few hours later here I see someone carrying one. She said, and I quote, "Oh my God. They're, like, so amazing." Then 2 weeks ago I was walking my dog in the park and a few teenage girls were posing for pics with their water bottles. LOL. Okay. I never did either until like 2 weeks ago. I didn't realize they were actual drinking cups until I saw pictures on Instagram. I thought women were getting really into hockey this year, and I missed the memo. Well, the PWHL did just start, so there may be a lot more women getting into hockey soon. I'm pretty impressed with the quality of the hockey in the PWHL. I hope it takes off. Please like and subscribe for more daily content. I publish new videos daily, otherwise please feel free to check out another video. Thanks for watching.